So peaceful. I understand exactly what that poet meant the other night.
Good evening, sir. Please forgive me for disturbing you. I'm a doctor.
I never judge a man by his title, but by his attitude. And you are not disturbing me at all. I am Calhoun Russell, and I welcome you.
Well, I must admit, it's good to receive a warm welcome for once. I'm Jonathan Reed.
Welcome, Dr. Reed. Welcome to my humble shop.
Do you need medical help?
You would save my life, Dr. Reed. I have not felt so bad in many years.
Don't worry. There is nothing serious to fear. I have seen far worse, I can assure you.
I cannot imagine the pain these people must face, then. You have my gratitude, Doctor. This disease has ruined my appetite.
Do you have any family nearby?
Not since my parents died. I'm London's lone gourmet.
Really? But you seem to be such a pleasant and sociable fellow.
I'm afraid the real hedonist has to be sometimes. I discovered ecstasy as a solitary pleasure, but it does not mean it can't ever be shared.
London's lone gourmet. What a strange title.
I used that name in my early years when I was a food critic, and I kept it.
What can you tell me about this place?
I recently found the best steak and kidney pie in the city. I'd be glad to share the address if you want.
Finding a good restaurant? Is that really all that interests you?
Oh, I have many passions, but nothing brings me ecstasy like subtle and exquisite flavors from my teeth to my belly.
I must confess, I have quite specific tastes when it comes to nutrition.
Really? Well, I'm always happy to try new exotic meals. If you ever find an intriguing table, please share the address.
How is the situation in this part of town?
Life is good and peaceful. We're lucky to live in such an era of progress and wonders.
Are you not concerned about the epidemic?
Oh, I'm sure the authorities would take the appropriate measure if the danger were that high.
You cannot expect the newspapers to expose the truth while the war is still raging. I can assure you that the situation here is desperate.
Well, that's news then. But I can't believe that things are that bad. Are you sure you're not exaggerating a bit? For the thrill of it?
Is it not a little too late to be trading?
On the contrary, it is the perfect hour. Believe me, my friend, it is always at night that you meet the most fascinating characters.
So you prefer to work at night?
Oh, I also enjoy a sunny day like everybody else. But the night always has a certain je ne sais quoi of its own.
But what about the epidemic? The bombs and raids? And all the random violence?
Please, sir, this is London, England. We will prevail. And if a bomb must fall on my shop, then I'll be there to hear it falling.
I may have a look at your goods, Mr. Russell.
The night is so peaceful. I understand exactly.
Don't let any strangers come into your house.
Good evening, miss.
Oh my God, no. Please, Mr. Vampire, don't kill me. Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would... What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reed. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Ekons. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte. What do you think about this part of town?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home. You grew up in this part of town too, did you not?
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey at random.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reed?
Is there something that's bothering you?
Too much selfishness and individualism for my taste. Even when there was no epidemic.
Even if that's partly true, may I remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or we are all done for.
What are you doing out here?
You mean, what do I do outside at night, since I am a woman? Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Actually, yes. I ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
Are you a suffragette, then? Oh, you really are Elizabeth's girl. Without a doubt.
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia. But women here can't vote unless they are property owners.
No need to convince me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time. Even before I met Emmeline Pankhurst.
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
How are the locals reacting to your claims?
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the West End from the rest of town. That's how progressive they are. If this happens, Emily and I will blow it up.
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady. And who is this Emily?
She is my best friend, and a suffragette too. She was supposed to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
Have you any reason to be worried about her?
Recently, Emily started to believe in... well, she got interested in vampires. I'm afraid she might be in trouble.
Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning. I think I should try to find your friend.
Oh, that would be top-notch. I can tell you where she might have gone. You have my thanks, Dr. Reed. And please, don't tell my mother.
Tell me about your adoption.
What do you want to know?
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
I still spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion, but I have my own house now. I have a life to live, you see? And one day, I'll have my death to face.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End. When I was 10, she adopted me, and I have lived with her ever since.
Did you know she was a vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Ekon, Doctor. And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16, though I suspected the truth for a long time before that.
What exactly has your mother told you about me?
Your name and profession, obviously, and the mystery about your maker. I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your sister, sir. Mother says it was not your fault.
Does it not scare you to know what I am? What your mother is?
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reed? Or you?
Of course not. You have nothing to fear from me, or your mother.
Good to know. And don't worry, my mother told me everything I need to know about vampire tricks, their nature as well as features.
Your mother is not like any other vampire I've met.
I believe she thinks the same about you, Dr. Reed.
Do you know why Lady Ashbury chose you to become her daughter?
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and says it's precisely because I dare to ask such questions.
Do you ever regret that she chose you?
Of course not. Though I often wonder if she adopted others before me. If so, where are they buried? How was it for them to pass through life with a never-aging mother?
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Good evening, miss. Can I help you? I'm a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I am Karina Billow. I don't need any doctor. The rats. Where are the rats?
Miss, you don't seem well at all. Are you afraid of rats? Has one bitten you?
No, it's me who bites them. Tasty, juicy, disgusting rats. I can't stop eating them. Help me, please. Help me to disobey the voice.
Tell me about yourself, Miss Billow. What do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm hungry. Need to eat. Have you got something for me? Blood, perhaps? Can you give me blood, Dr. Reed?
Don't you remember who you are, miss? What you did for work?
I was strong, proud. I campaigned for good causes. But that was before. Before. It does not matter anymore. I'm so hungry.
What happened to you?
The rats. The answer hides in their little crunchy bones. Their juicy, tiny brains.
Miss Billow, please, try to concentrate. Why do you worry about rats so much?
The voice in my head. He forces me to do so. Drink their blood, he said. Eat their flesh.
Tell me about the voice in your head. Who is it? Can you describe it? Is it someone you know? Someone you met?
Keep your mouth shut, he said. Don't ever speak about me, or I'll abandon you. Help me, please, Doctor.
Do you feel compelled to obey that voice, Miss Billow? Even if you're loath to submit to it?
Yes. Please. Help.
What is the local news hereabouts, Miss Billow?
Shadows. Shadows hunting shadows. Whispers in the dark. Pestilence. Suffering. Death.
I must go now. Goodbye, Miss Billow. It's locked, all right.
Yep, what's good? Yeah, what's going on, sir? Yeah, you can hear me? You can hear me? Oh, okay. I thought my mic was on the fritz. Yeah, you can hear me? Oh, okay. Cause at first I was, bruh, them things huge, bruh. Them things big. Especially, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's like, you know what I'm saying? I just thought it would be something fun, you know what I'm saying? That's something different that we could just play just like, you know what I'm saying? If we like want to take a break from this or take a break from that. You know what I'm saying? Just as a pastime. But replaying that, playing, what's that? Yeah, cause I played Mafia 3 and, the thing is with Mafia 3, it's like got a big racism thing in it. And like I don't mind it at all because it's just about a mixed dude back in the 60s. And like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like you actually have like the Ku Klux Klan that you killing. You actually got like Haitians, you got regular Americans, and it's like a whole bunch of different poverty and all that shit. And like it's a crazy behind game, you know what I'm saying? And I liked it because like, you know, it's like a Grand Theft Auto type feel, but it just like how serious it go with it is just like on a whole nother level. I mean, you actually have motherfuckers like white guys with hoods on, like trying to lynch people and all that shit, and calling motherfuckers niggas in that bitch. And I'm talking about the nigger, not nigger. And I'm just like, bro, like, that. And on top of that too, even when the game came out and when it first started, it was real controversial with all that stuff anyway. So I was just like, damn. But it's a good game overall, but it's just all that racial slurs and all that shit. I was like, fuck.
Don't you recognize your oldest friend?
Clarence. Clarence Crossley. How are you? My God. So you survived the war too. So sorry I didn't recognize you at first.
I almost didn't recognize you either.
Yeah.
War does that to men, I heard. In my case, it was true, for I witnessed the horror that
that's basically like what I'm doing. But like Lynn's playing Dead by Daylight right now, but I might check it out sooner or later, like soon as mine done download. But I'm playing Vampyr right now, so I'm basically just kind of waiting and stuff to see how that even turns out.
When did you escape the war?
Okay, you know, Liz and me, we'll play some of anything.
I
so
almost never think about
I'll try to see what's going on with
anymore.
Cause wasn't that you that I even played Killing Floor 2 with? Yeah, I did play Killing Floor with you, right? Yeah. Reefer.
I know what you mean.
Like, you got the best, like, fucking screen name in the world.
Of course. The epidemic, I bet you've been busy as well. Forgive me, Johnny, I didn't want to sound selfish.
Here they lie, I don't know what that is.
What is this new battle?
I saw terrible things during the war. Horrors I thought I'd forget. They're here too. They're everywhere.
Yeah, you gotta wait for that online to get that download. That's what I was trying to tell Tut. Yeah, no, not for Marvel, but for any game. Cause like, you know how they got the game that you could just play, just so you can see what it is, and then the rest of it got to finish downloading, like the whole online experience of it. Yeah, like all Mafia games is a Grand Theft Auto ripoff, but it got a pretty good story. But just like I was telling Slide, and just like the whole big thing with me was, cause like, you know how Grand Theft Auto controversial anyway, but that game right there got a whole lot of racial slurs and that bitch too much too often. Exactly. And I mean, like, that shit just crazy as fuck to me. And I'm like, damn, bro.
How's your wife?
And then, like, you know, when you get to a certain part of the game, it's like I was telling Slide, it's like actually like the Ku Klux Klan be trying to get you and shit. Like, motherfuckers be having on hoods and all that shit. I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
But you're alive. You returned in one piece, and you have a family. How many soldiers?
Yeah, because it's like the game, like, you know, it's based back in the 60s. So that's back when all that shit was a thing back then. But then I think they got it based over in Baton Rouge and shit, in Louisiana.
Is everything all right at home? Surely Venus was relieved to see you return from France in one piece.
Have you forgot what people are like in this part of town, Johnny?
Yeah.
Venus fears for our family reputation. Now her husband has become the village idiot.
Okay, well, we're gonna get on, well, I'm about to get on it if that's what y'all gonna do. I'll jump on it right now. That's what y'all gonna do.
You need some rest, Clarence.
Okay.
You should try to sleep.
Well, okay. Alright. Well, if that's the case, well, I'm gonna go save my game right now. Oh, matter of fact, hold on. Let me go kill this old lady real quick. 1,000 points.
Are you alright?
Take these
I won't
points
lie
from
to you, Johnny.
quick.
I'm not a well man.
Mesmerize him. Hey, where a dark alley at so I can kill you? Oh yeah, this game done got deep as hell now on Slide, man. This shit done got deep. Cause oh yeah, and plus on top of that too, you ever seen that movie Interview with the Vampire with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise? Okay, this game make reference to that movie.
One of them, Johnny. Why was I so blind?
And plus on top of that too, it's a vampire in here named Lestat. Oh shit, I bet that shit hit like a motherfucker.
Rats.
tasty rats. Those clever rodents are cautious now. They won't approach.
And I can't remember what the dude name was that made Lestat. I can't remember his name, but the dude in this game, I'm still trying to figure out who he is. But basically, he like the oldest vampire like in the world or whatever like that, like from England. So he's like an ancient that made me or whatever. So it's like my look and appearance to other vampires is way different, and like my powers is way more stronger. And I killed my sister, but my sister turned into a vampire too, so I had to kill her again because she wanted to kill me. But I couldn't take none of her powers though because we got the same powers from the same person.
Thank you for releasing me. I can finally say the name of my torturer. It's Jacob Blackwood.
Oh, shit. Decent. I was trying to figure that. I was trying to find out where that vampire was, too. So the one that was torturing that lady is Jacob Blackwood. And Jacob Blackwood is the dude that's inside this damn building that I gotta fucking kill anyway. Okay, nice. Good looks, lady. Glad I did kill you. Got that piece of information. Nah, they don't got Louis in here though, but they do have Lestat. Because I think that's during the time, remember when they separated for that little bit? Yeah, I'm saving right now. No, I'm saving right now. Yeah, I gotta put him in bed and shit like that so I can save the game.